Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven. A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at UBNradio.com.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm your host, Wendi Cooper, and it's time to sit back, let go, and start living unfiltered. Oh.
Am I trying to find
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the applause. Tony, sweet.
Yeah.
Your microphone's not on, I don't think.
It is.
Oh, there we do. One,
It's just
two,
'cause
one,
I'm
two,
not.
three, 1, 2, 3.
4, 9, 12.
So I got totally bombarded about the fake applause last week. Also,
Oh,
It's
really?
Like the fucking canned audience.
All right, here we go.
It's like, is this better, people? There's only 2 people here. What the hell do you think's going on in a radio station?
That's funny.
So how are you, Tony?
I am great.
Yeah.
Yes. How are you?
Did you learn that when you were a little kid from Tony the Tiger?
I did. They're great.
They're
Yes.
great. Yeah?
Yeah.
So exciting things here at UBN, although there was no host meeting tonight like I thought there was.
Well, maybe there was. We just didn't tell you. No, I was kidding. Wah, wah. No, it's next week.
Yeah, it's really, can you turn my audio up just a little bit so I can hear? It's my hair covering my ears.
Better?
I like the way I sound now. Yes, I do. I do. So, well, welcome everybody. It is another Tuesday night here in Hollywood at Sunset Gower Studios, the most awesome place in the world to be on radio, TV, internet. Oh, well, what do we call this? Tony, what are we calling this? Radio TV.
Radio TV.
That's the only thing we can call it. It's radio TV.
The
right?
modern day media.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you come up with that
I
all by
just came
yourself?
up with it. I just came up with it right this second.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's true. I'm glad you do because I certainly don't. Now I know somebody that does. So here we are, and you're listening to Living Unfiltered with me, Wendi Cooper, and Tony is here every time I'm here, so I guess he's here too. And Tony has a great show here on UBN called Truth Be Told, and On Air with Tony Sweet. By the way, Tony, on my way in on La Cienega, not playing the Californians. No, not going to do it.
Did you see a UFO?
But no. Actually, I can talk about that, though.
Okay.
There's a big, giant billboard that says Truth Be Told.
Oh, the sitcom.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
it's a
it's
sitcom?
a new sitcom.
But it's a radio show sitcom.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't even watch it, so
I think
somebody
so.
probably saw mine and got jealous.
That's what I figured. So tonight we're going to, I'm not sure if it's an expression of my day, hamming it up, but I thought it was only appropriate to call the show Hamming It Up with my guest, Los Angeles super publicist, John Dizzy Hamilton.
Hey, Wendi. I'm back in my favorite little clubhouse.
You are. And how are you feeling across the table there, John?
I'm always feeling great here.
You are?
I got Wendi. I got Tony Sweet, which is a very appropriate last name, by the way. Very
Yes.
sweet man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you buy a... No, never mind. I was going to say... This is what I was going to say. Okay? This is unfiltered, so
You're
I'm going to say...
getting dirty.
Kind of like when you buy a dog,
Oh, I thought you were gonna
But
say
but you
that.
buy a
Different
dog and your
duty.
dog ends up looking... Or you end up looking like each other, right?
Yes.
Like your dog.
Yes.
Tony's last name goes completely with who Tony is and what Tony is.
Oh.
He's sweet.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Completely agree.
That's why I think it's so
Completely
awesome
agree.
that you're from Granola, Kansas. He's from
Oh,
Granola, Kansas.
Granola, Kansas. I thought you were going to say Granada Hills, and I was like, Wendi, it's Granada, not granola.
No, it's
Granola, Kansas.
Granola,
is that
Kansas.
where they invented granola?
Sure.
Okay.
And my dad owned a company.
No,
For
he
granola?
didn't. No, he
No.
didn't.
We
No.
learn something every day.
But that's what's so
I
interesting
tell people that.
about it is that Tony Sweet and he is from Granola, Kansas, and no, they don't make granola there. But isn't it weird that Tony Sweet is from Granola, Kansas?
It's very sweet.
It's very sweet. Thank you.
It's very sweet. Well, how's your day going, Wendi? I've heard you had a couple of
Don't-
hiccups.
Can I do a Wendy Williams? So what does she do? She does What does she do?
What is she
Well,
doing?
she
Let's
does
talk
the-
about it. Or
How you doing?
How you
doing?
doing? Exactly.
I was like,
it's
I
like
forgot.
I wanted to say, John. No, you already know.
We won't talk about your day. We won't talk
No,
about
my
your
last
day.
4 hours. It took me 4. That's a Californian, right?
Yes,
You know,
yes.
is how it took me 4 hours basically to come here. But no, tonight I like the fact that I am the host and you are the co-host.
Am I now the co-host?
Well, so Tony, I was going to make an announcement tonight and surprise John and put him on the spot. That, you know, it's often that I really am desiring. I used to have a co-host, Peter.
Okay.
Peter, when I did Going to Market with Wendi and Peter.
Right.
So that was all about marketing and, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That was
Not
my
the
that was my
grocery
old
market.
show. The grocery market?
Not the
No,
grocery
going to
store.
market. So bringing things
Okay,
to
got
markets
it,
because
got
as I'm a marketer, right? By profession, I'm a marketer.
Right, right.
For those of you that don't know that I don't only just own the incredible Easy Go Pro toilet stool, I am a marketer for 20 years.
A brilliant one at that.
Thank you.
might I add.
Thank you. So anyway, when I changed to Living Unfiltered, I haven't had a co-host, and I always, you know, it's really interesting because I've often said that here at UBN, you know, you have to really produce a show because it's video. So it takes longer to produce a show. It's pretty much why I only do my show every other week is because to do a show every week, it's work.
Mm-hmm.
It's really work. And as a producer of commercials, you kind of go a little bit overboard in really what you want your show to be as opposed to it just being kind of a radio show and being organic and being audio and, you know, not thinking too much about overproducing what ultimately ends up being an audio format, really,
Of course.
in podcast. So when you don't have a co-host, you have to have a guest.
Right. And you have nobody else to bounce off of, right? So it's all
It's
going
tough.
on in your own head, and you got to figure it out, or you're done.
Sometimes for this dizzy blonde,
Not this dizzy.
not
blonde.
that one, it gets it's tough, you know. I'm going to ask you, would you please consider being the co-host of Living Unfiltered?
That's a tough order, Wendi. You know, I mean,
You have to
I
make a
live
commitment.
7 minutes away from here. Of course, I'll be your co-host. I would love that. Are you kidding
will?
me? Yes.
You will?
This is
This is official.
that's the real audience you're hearing back there.
That's everybody waiting outside the door.
But this is one of my favorite things to do is to come down here with you and with Tony to chat, to be on radio. I think it's a really fun
Yeah.
format. It's, you know, it's one of the oldest, you know, forms of communication media. Now we're taking it to the next level with video, which I think is absolutely awesome. And yeah, I would love to do that. This is a blast. I don't know who wouldn't want to do this.
Well, it's a commitment, you know.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, but really, what it takes is, you know, there's so many things that you can do with this platform that I don't do because I'm busy running my toilet stool company or running my other company, and I'm, you know, it's oh Jesus. So you know who's here? Can we tell people who's here?
Yeah, our
She's
hair and makeup
back.
artist.
Our segment producer
Yeah.
is here. So we have a segment producer, and this is the reason that John and I finally had to decide to do a show together to give Cassidy something to do
On her Tuesday nights.
on her Tuesday nights. Yeah. So, but anyway, getting back to the fact that, on a more serious note, it's really wonderful to be able to have a platform that's 50 minutes long, that we can talk about fun things, we can talk about serious things, we can talk about
Personal things, global issues,
exactly.
anything. That's why I think it's so cool, is because it's such a broad sort of area for us to just discuss whatever we want to discuss. And
I'm old and you're young.
yeah, you're old, I'm young.
I'm transgender and you're gay.
yeah. Well, maybe according to YouTube, I'm straight and you're transgender, but
And
yeah,
there's proof.
And there's proof. If you know anything, the proof's on the internet. But no, but really, it's yeah. I think we're a cool dynamic, and I always have a blast with you.
I do
So
too.
if there's a platform
I do
for
too.
which other people can watch in our self-indulgence, then
This is
wonderful.
true. This is awesome. So tonight I was leaving, and my husband always says, so who's on your show tonight? It's like the last minute. It's like I'm walking out the door. Who's on the show tonight? Who's your guest? And I said, John. And he goes, John. Like that. And I go, Cassidy's John. And he goes, Cassidy, Cassidy's John? Oh, and I said, he was on the show 2 weeks ago. He goes, he was? I was like, okay.
We've met several times.
No, but he was so excited. I said, yeah, I think I'm going to ask John to be my co-host. And Marina was really excited about that. He thought it was perfect.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
I love the idea.
So awesome. I think it's awesome.
Me
so
too.
We're now,
Thank you.
now we have to come up with a Living Unfiltered with Wendi
And John's too boring, we decided.
John is so boring.
John is so... Well, we'll figure
JJ
it out.
or some shit like that.
No. Living Unfiltered with Wendi and...
Maybe we should put it
The
out
dude.
there. The dude.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll figure
We have
it out.
time to get there.
Why is it so hot in here, Tony? What's going
'Cause we're
on?
having
Is it
fun.
me?
We're having fun.
Holy shit. Can somebody else talk for about 2 seconds?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. This is supposed to be our year-end wrap-up show. Let me get on point
Thanks.
here because
Thanks.
now we're just talking about ourselves and I feel like we're going to bore everybody. So what we're going to talk about now...
You're fired.
You're fired. Is what got us going this year, okay? What we were impressed with, what we hated, what we loved, and what we hope for next year. Also, as per Wendi, our wish list.
Well, it
If we
doesn't
could
have
have
to.
anything, if we could have anything.
Yes, if we could have anything.
Within reason, what would it be? Important people are watching, so
Excuse
we should
me.
let
Okay.
them know now what we want.
This is true. Plus, it'll be on YouTube, and we can like send it out everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Just put
it's
it out there.
it's it's whatever we want to manifest. So what's on our wish list that we really want to manifest? And no, it does not have to be within reason. Because if it's within within reason, why even
talk
wish
about it?
for it? You know.
Good point. Good point.
Okay, thank you.
So if you could have one thing right now,
Right this second.
right now as a gift,
A job. A job that paid me a lot of money.
that would be nice.
That would be awesome.
Those are good to have.
Yes, I would really like. Did you guys didn't see my Facebook post where I said, "Please hire me." Does anyone want to hire me?
I did see it. I thought it
Yeah.
was really well said too.
Yeah, and I did a little emoji story because I thought maybe that would be the tipping point for somebody to hire me.
It was like your version of like shit shower shave.
That's right.
Basically, yeah.
That's right. I threw in a little lipstick and, in a car, guy driving in a car, but that's really who I am. And yes, I would actually really love to get up every morning. After 18 years, I've worked in a home office and I've run other people's campaigns for them. I've brought millions of products to market. I've done all of that stuff. And the happiest I think I ever was, although I hated my boss, it was weird, but the happiest I think I ever was when I had to get up every morning in 2005 and go to work at Irwin Naturals because I had a team and we were making things happen and I got paid a lot of money and I saw the results of my fruits of my labor and it was just an awesome feeling and I have not had that feeling since. And it's on a serious note, it's really kind of, for me, it's more about, I said I made another kind of pseudo joke, where I was going to write a book, and the book would be called the Afterlife of a Home Office, right?
Right.
Because I have worked for myself for so long, really, for so long, that the interaction of human beings and the creative bouncing ideas off of each other and sitting in a room. People complain about too many meetings and too many conferences, and I get that. But there's something to be said about gathering in a conference room and being
If it's
in
efficient, of course.
I work in the creative world, right? So I would want to be working in the creative world,
Right.
And bouncing your ideas because when you only got yourself sitting in your freaking office and you're bouncing your ideas off of yourself, you don't know if they're good, if they suck, if they don't. I mean, seriously.
No, it's true. I love and I thrive working with a team of people as well. Whether if I'm leading a team or if I'm taking direction, either way, it's just the collaborative effort is just more fun and fulfilling. And
there's something to be said for everybody likes the fact that I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to work for myself. Well, at the end of the day, I make no bones about the fact that I'm 60. I turned 60 in March, and I'll be 61 in March, and then I'll be 62 the March after
the next March.
And it becomes scary, right? There's how do you find a job? How would you find a job? Even if you wanted to have a job, even though I have all of this expertise and this qualifications, I'm 60. And so Walmart, maybe, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
but it's a really interesting dynamic, and so that would be kind of number one on my wish list. Would be to just spend the next 3 or 4 or 5 years of my life really working in an environment that was a team collaborative, that I could see the fruits of my labor and be paid well for that.
That's a wonderful idea to put out there, to manifest that and let that come in.
What about you, little dizzy one?
Honestly, I think if I could have anything right now, it would be.
Don't say it would be a man.
No, fuck that.
Okay.
No, it would be a pet sitter to take my pets for a year, so I could travel for literally a year straight without any responsibility.
Really?
That's what I would like. Yes.
What's that right there?
She can come with.
Oh no, she gets to
She's
stay.
involved.
Oh,
That's fine.
she's not staying home with the pets.
She's not the pet sitter. No, it's if I could have anything right now, and I love my pets, so it's not like oh god.
Mom, Dad, we know
yeah,
you're
Mom,
listening.
Dad, I know you're listening. I know I already gave you one of my dogs. But yeah, if I could just travel for a year straight and backpack and hostel and horseback ride through Spain and then stay in the most fabulous palace in India, all of that, I would love to do.
I want to go
all
to
of
work,
that.
and he wants to bolt and go. But this is awesome. This is the
But that's
dynamic
the
that
point.
makes us us.
That is
Okay,
exactly.
Seriously, it's like I've done it. You want to do it. You've done a lot of things I haven't done.
And vice versa.
And and I'm living 30 years later
Mm-hmm.
than you. So what a wonderful dynamic to have a show, because I was thinking when I was putting on my makeup tonight, I was thinking, oh, why would John want to do a show with me? I'm so old.
Why wouldn't I? When you call us and you're like, hey, I'm going to see my friend Ashley play down the street or across fucking town. Come hang for an hour. We're there. I'm there. So
It's
of course
true.
I would want to.
And you're the only ones that I ask. By the way.
Thank you.
Yes. But you and the segment producer.
Yeah, myself and our segment producer / hair and makeup / she's the prop girl.
No,
too.
she doesn't want to be on camera.
But yeah,
Not
I mean, traveling for me right now, I'm really getting that bug again. I just gotta. I mean, good thing we just signed a lease on a brand new house.
Yes.
That we're now about to move into in a couple weeks. But
Well, would the pet sitter be able to live in the house?
no, I don't want them in my house.
So you would pay for the house. It would be
It's not
empty.
going to happen. It's theoretical. I have animals to
okay.
take care of. I have to be
Okay.
responsible with that. I'm not just going to.
It's an extreme wish.
It's an extreme wish. It was a maybe I would wait to get animals, do that for a year, and then get animals. But
So what's happening in LA now? What's happening for the holidays in LA? Tell me. You know what's going on here. I don't. What's going on? What's cool?
holiday wise, there's a lot going on.
Did you go to Halloween?
You can take a scroll through the Grove.
No. Did you go to the I mean. There's
Halloween?
always
What are you talking?
no.
Oh, there's
Halloween.
always something. Yeah.
On Halloween, what did you guys do on Halloween? I wanted to ask you. Did you go to like the?
No.
Oh, you didn't go.
No, to the like WeHo parade.
Yeah.
No, I did that once when I lived in the area because I could walk there. But if you don't live walking, it's like forget about it.
One year. Okay, so here. So this leads to we don't bore people. If people are listening to us because they
hope
want
not.
to. Okay, so here's 1 year. I dressed up as, it was the year of Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt when they were in the vampire movie.
Uh-huh.
Are you guys too young for that? Interview with the Vampire.
Amazing movie.
Okay, so I dressed up. I got a professional costume, and I dressed up as Brad Pitt. And then my girlfriend Lorna, she dressed up as Tom Cruise, and we had these awesome costumes. We really looked like Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, and whatever that movie was, the vampire thing, right? So we were at a party, I don't know, somewhere in Hollywood, and we go, let's go to the parade, right? And she goes, okay, I'll meet you there. It was like 2 blocks away. And we both jump in our cars. We're wasted. We both jump in our cars, and it's like 2 blocks away. It's like hours and hours later. Finally, I just went home. I could not ever get to the parade. And I just turned around and went, that was before we really were like cell phone enabled, right? So, but it was crazy because I was 2 blocks away. I didn't know that I needed to just walk. I needed to just walk.
It shuts down like that entire part of the city. So instead, we went to a friend's housewarming / Halloween party.
Did you dress up?
Yeah, I dressed up as Britney Spears from "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
Oh,
the
that's
original.
right. You showed me the picture with the plaid outfit, right?
Yeah. It's pretty hideous. Met a cute guy that night. Don't know if he was that into the ensemble.
Too bad we didn't know we were going to mention that.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, Halloween's not my gig. It's not my favorite.
No, I don't like it either.
It's just a big party holiday now. You know.
I know. I stayed home and gave out candy. Okay, so this is me, the Jewish mother. Stayed home, gave out candy. We did have people over, but they came over early. The trick-or-treaters came, which they all like truck in to our neighborhood, right?
Sure.
And they came, and it was our first Halloween on the
Did you guys
new
decorate
house.
The house?
No. Are you kidding? Yeah, we had
So
candy.
It was nice and inviting.
We had candy at the door. And then I ran out of candy, right? And so, you know, you haven't been to the house, but it has like this porch as you walk up. So once I run out of candy, of course, you know, the kids keep coming, and Marino is in the window going, he's going like this. He's watching TV, and he's like this. And he's going, we're out! We're out! And I'm the little mother going, we're out of candy. You know, I'm so sorry. Then before I go to bed, I usually go in the cupboard to get something sweet, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think to myself, oh no, we're out of candy. I don't have any candy. And I opened up the cupboard, and I had this big bag of Tootsie Rolls in there. So then I can't sleep because I thought, I told all those kids we didn't have any more candy.
Poor kids.
Seriously, that's what's wrong with me.
They don't want a Tootsie Roll anyway.
That's a Jewish guilt. They only got Tootsie Rolls from me this year. I bought like that big giant bag of little tiny Tootsie Rolls so that when I gave them candy, it sounded like I gave them a lot.
You're all digging in.
Oh, wow, she gave me 4. Which was really like 1 Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, Halloween's really just a big pain in the ass in my book. No matter what age. Well, I guess past the age of like elementary school.
Oh, God, my mom once, she made me 1 costume in my entire life. My mother, right? She made me a bowl of frickin' Jell-O. All right. I swear to God, I was in kindergarten or first grade. It was in New York, more North Massapequa, New York, right? At East Plain Elementary School. I went to school. I was a bowl of frickin' Jell-O. Okay. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. My mom did not know how to make costumes. Okay. She was like, she wasn't a crafty mom whatsoever, nor am I. Right. But she took she dressed me in a red leotard with red tights. I was cherry Jell-O, by the way.
Yeah, evidently.
And she took a big giant piece of like cardboard and made a circle out of it, and then stapled it together and put like straps on it, so that was the bowl, and I was the Jell-O inside the bowl. Okay. I couldn't play any games. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't do anything. If I was in line, people were like 5 feet behind me because my bowl. I was like protected by my Jell-O bowl.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass.
Oh, the nightmares.
And then it's this time of the year. Then it's Halloween, and then it's Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas. And Thanksgiving, I love. Thanksgiving's probably my favorite. There's no gift giving. There's no, you're not necessarily decorating anything. But you're just getting together,
don't you
family.
hate the aunt that sits at the table? Not me, because I would never do this.
No.
The aunt that sits at the table and does this. You know what would be really nice this year? Let's all go around the table of the 42 of us and let's all say what we're thankful for.
Oh, my family's so far off that base.
Let's start with you, Wendy. Can we end with me? Because by the time we get to me, we won't get to me because everybody will be.
Which is the idea. Keep me out of it.
Right, exactly. Keep me at the end. Yeah. I hate that. I think that should be like banned from the Thanksgiving dinner table.
Is being thankful.
Is going around the table and saying what
thanks.
You're thankful for. Yeah.
I'm actually missing Thanksgiving for the first time in my 30 years this year because we're moving on Thanksgiving.
Why are you moving on Thanksgiving?
That's just how it worked out. It's just how it worked out.
So you won't come to my house and have some leftover turkey?
Traffic.
There's no. Are you kidding me?
If I'm driving to your house, I might as well just drive down to Newport and see
No, you
my
might
folks.
as well not. We're at LAX and that's Newport.
I know, but and I feel very bad. My parents are watching, and I actually sent them the text yesterday that I don't think I can come to Thanksgiving.
Text. Okay, here we go. Age dynamic difference. My husband said, "Can we just have sex through text, please?" And I went, "Well, because I told them that we need to like tape the debate or whatever, right?"
Sexy.
And he said, "Oh, can we just have sex through text? Because we're not going to have it any other way."
You're like, what does that have to do
Bada
with the
boom!
debate? But yeah, we can, sure.
Just texting, just sending these really.
Sexts. That's
No,
what the
you
kids
sent
call
your
it.
parents a text that you couldn't make Thanksgiving. Shame on you, John.
Yes, it was in
You
the middle of
didn't
a
call?
conversation. No, I didn't call. I haven't had a chance to call them yet. They just got back from a trip.
You don't have 5 minutes to call your mother?
No, but I will as soon as the show is over.
I mean, you have 5 minutes in the day. You have 5 minutes while you're standing out there. You could have called your mother.
Wendy, I was prepping my show as the new co-host. No.
Okay.
But yes, I am feeling a little bit of guilt about that, but I got to get in this new place. I don't have days off work, so it's Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving, and that's it. I can't dilly-dally.
You don't have weekends off?
I do, but
Thanksgiving's
gotta
typically
get in.
on a Thursday.
It is on a Thursday, Wendy. Yes, I get it. I get it. But it's not a big Thanksgiving this year. It's not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Reunion,
It's not.
so
None of it is.
and
It's
then
like I totally
Christmas
fucked
is
it up.
4 weeks
I'm
later.
the one that screwed up our side of the family's Thanksgiving. But anyway,
And Christmas is 4 weeks later, so that's fine. And I'm going down next weekend for my niece. My 1-year-old niece is actually turning 1 tomorrow.
oh, and she'll totally
sweet
she'll
little baby
she'll
Karis.
totally remember Uncle John being there.
Oh, well, no, but my parents will. So I'll get to see them then.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
the next weekend we're going
That's
down
true.
also. So
That's
it's
true.
there's time. It's just unfortunately didn't work this year, but I feel guilty because that's my favorite holiday. So I'm sad I have to miss it.
They're vegan.
Yeah, but now like they're all like vegan and they're eating raw and
Who?
stuff.
Your
Like,
parents are vegan?
My brother got very healthy and he's super into fitness, and his dear of a girlfriend is very
So you have a
vegan.
tofu turkey?
I don't know.
That would be funny.
What
a
did
tofu
we have?
turkey?
I think last year we had like raw lasagna.
Oh,
raw
Jesus.
lasagna.
Oh, come on.
And listen, I'm cool with that. That's fine. But on Thanksgiving, I want my stuffing. I want my turkey. I want all
Thanksgiving is about the turkey and the gravy and the stuffing and the.
that. It's about
and
feeling disgusting about yourself.
Exactly.
afterwards. Yeah.
That's exactly
From the
what it's
decadent
about.
food.
It's just disgusting. And then taking all of that leftover food that the homeless people could really use
and
throw
making sandwiches for yourself.
that or throwing it in the trash can, right? That I cannot deal with when I see that happening.
No,
so
I don't
anyway,
like wasting food either.
No, I don't. I don't know about. I don't like wasting it, but I certainly don't like wasting it in copious amounts.
No, of course not.
So,
Like your shishito peppers sitting in your car.
with 3 pieces of tuna, spicy tuna roll wrapped in soy
Oh.
paper. Sorry.
Okay, well, because we're on the radio, I'm going to tell you the story about spicy tuna rolls.
Okay.
Unless you're at
Imagine this.
Imagine this. Big shock. A lot of misinformation in the fish industry. Obviously, a lot of fish are named certain ways to be marketed.
Oh God! Oh
Like
God!
orange
oh
roughy,
God.
for instance, I think was called slime head fish.
Because
then
that's what it's really called.
that's the name of
Yeah.
it. And then they realized, shit, we're overfishing in this area. We need a new fish to sell.
Was
to
that
people.
Orange Roughy or
We'll
John
call this
Dory?
Orange Roughy. It was Orange Roughy and what's the other one that everybody liked? Tilapia. Stay away from that.
Oh no,
Stay away.
tilapia is a bottom feeder. It's a carp.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a gefilte fish for crying out
It's-
loud. It's
it's
a
not
gefilte
good.
fish.
And then spicy tuna rolls, which is one of my favorite foods ever. Even
Still in my stomach, John.
Still in your
Still in my
stomach.
stomach.
Unless you're at Nobu or you're at a high-end
It's the
establishment,
leftover-
it's the fish guts, stomach,
What?
lining, tail,
No, it's not.
mushed up and mixed with the spicy mayo. Yes, ma'am, it sure is. I haven't had a spicy tuna roll since.
Okay, well, let me blow your top of your head off
Yeah.
with this one. Calamari. Do you eat calamari?
No,
Why?
because
It's pig colon. It's pig colon.
I did not
You've
know
heard that?
I've ordered pickle before.
You have?
Our segment
Yes.
producer's trying to speak.
Yes, but we
'Cause that's
don't.
what
We don't
producers
allow
do.
her.
Off-camera producer.
Get the clipboard, please. Clipboard. Yes.
That's
So I heard
disgusting.
the on NPR one day I was driving down to Orange County, and it was a whole thing on pig colon and how they did it was like America. What's the thing on NPR where they do the talk radio, the Ira Glass, This American Life.
Oh.
And they actually did an entire thing on 2 guys set out to prove that it was or was not pig colon that's being served as calamari. Now, calamari, when you see the tentacles, that's calamari, right?
Right.
But it's the rings. So when you order calamari rings. So what they did anyway, they taped this whole thing and they went out and they did the they researched it, and then they did the whole test where they didn't know which was which. One was pig colon and one was the other one. But when you cut up pig colon and you put it into a batter, a deep fryer, it does get ringy and crispy and tastes good. It just tastes good. But
I'm sure it
most
tastes like
of
chicken.
the calamari rings are, wait for it, pig colon!
Pig colon.
People! Pig colon.
Like this is general. If I go to
They're not going to tell you it's pig colon,
right.
but the box will say pig colon
the
on it.
frozen box,
It'll
that
say
that it comes in.
bovine, whatever. Yeah, that it comes in.
Time to live off the land, people.
So
Grow
well,
our own
well,
food.
hello, isn't that what your family at Thanksgiving is trying to do?
Yeah, that's right.
Wendy, you
Missed
know
out
what
on
time
that
it is?
one.
It's time to take a break.
Yes, it is. We're
Oh,
Easy
my
Go
favorite
Pro.
part.
Yeah, Easy Go Pro, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
In an average lifetime, 1,500,000 minutes are spent on the toilet. So what's the problem?
When you sit on a toilet, you're at a 90-degree angle.
Nature didn't want us to do it that way.
This causes pushing, straining, hemorrhoids.
That's crazy.
We want to create a product that is great for humanity.
Well, go time just got easier. Introducing Easy Go Pro, the only way to go.
Anatomically, we were designed to eliminate at a 35-degree angle.
You just sit, lift, and go in a natural position.
The benefits list is this long from a pure health perspective.
A healthy colon is encouraged by doctors for all ages.
The key to vitality, it's the key to longevity, it's the key to your health.
Be a healthy goer. Order now at EasyGoPro.com. Try it for 70 days. If you don't absolutely feel better, just send it back for a full product refund. Go Time just got healthier at EasyGoPro.com.
And we're, excuse me, and we
We're
are
back.
Hey, John, we're going to have to get that down. I like you saying, hey, we're
And
back.
We're back.
And we're back. Eat a bun.
Currently talking about pig colon. No. Now we're talking about not liking to cook our own food. at
But our
restaurants,
segment
but-
producer actually cooked her own pig's ass.
Yeah, she had pig rectum in Tokyo, which apparently was a blast, and she got to cook it herself and really inspect
And then
it,
eat
and
it.
examine
Like,
it.
I wonder if she got to, and don't answer this because you're not on the show. I wonder if she got to pick which pig's
I think
ass
she did.
she wanted.
Like the size, diameter, circumference,
That is
plumpness
disgusting.
of
That's
the
disgusting.
rectum.
That's just, did you watch a YouTube video on how to do that before you did it? How to choose? I bet you they have it. How to choose the right pig's ass
Oh,
for
sure.
barbecuing.
Sure, they have everything on the internet.
Tokyo style.
Tokyo style ass hole.
Virgin ass.
Version.
I love that there's no
ladies
censorship
and gentlemen,
on the radio
that was Tony. Well, this show is called Living Unfiltered. Do you know how much shit I got in? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen,
Tell us.
2 weeks ago or last week, was it
Last
last week? We had Caitlin Roy DeBellis, who was the school teacher that wrote the book Choosing Hope. Beautiful book, absolutely a beautiful book. And she was the school teacher of the first graders that she saved 15 first graders in Sandy Hook. Well, there is a group of conspiracy theorists out there, or truthers, or whatever they call them, that bombarded my YouTube show relentlessly. I had to take it down, actually. It's kind of a serious subject because of the things. I could sit here and read you the
very
emails that were
serious.
just disgusting, what they called me and what they said about me. Number one, this isn't a news broadcast. I'm not reporting the news. People, if you couldn't figure
It's a
that out.
topical chat show, people.
This is just a fun show where, yes, we do, talk about things in an unfiltered way. And one of the things they kept saying to me was, are you kidding me? You call your show unfiltered? You call your show unfiltered and you're filtering us? How dare you, you cunt, you bitch, you whore. How dare you you filter us?
Let's have one of those troll mongers on the show. Let's hear their side of the story and see where they're coming from if they want to be unfiltered and let the world know.
You can go on YouTube and listen to them talk, and they're really like, I don't know if you call it pig Latin or whatever you call it, but I have to tell you, no.
We might need security.
We would need security. I got scared. That's why I took it off of YouTube. It was
very
it was
passionate.
freaking me out, and they were threatening and all of those things. And Caitlin actually has been living with that for the past 3 years, I suppose. And it's really frightening.
After everything
you
she's
know?
endured
I was
also,
scared.
yeah.
I was scared. And
It is scary. It's attack speech. I mean, it's if someone was saying that to you in person in your face, you would be scared.
and then they claim
What's
it's
the
freedom of
difference?
the press. I mean, it's freedom of speech.
Well, that's what you're doing. So then they're just
Exactly. So, but they're saying that it's freedom of speech. So, what YouTube would do is, if you complain to YouTube, YouTube basically has these fine lines of, well, you know, there it's freedom of speech,
but not hate speech.
but not
right?
hate
Right.
speech. Exactly. But by them calling me a cunt, it wasn't hate speech. It was just their freedom of speech.
If they would have called you a white cunt,
I guess maybe
Maybe
that would
that's
be
hate
hate
speech.
I guess. But then they, you know, and then when they started pointing out that I wasn't really a woman. Okay. And then like drawing circles and posting it on YouTube and taking clips of me that, you know, and taking the
Was
picture.
it the same person or is
This-
it different
no, it's
people?
like hundreds of them.
Okay.
There's a
It's-
group out there.
I mean,
and then-
because on my show I deal with a lot of that too.
oh,
It's-
you do?
Mhm. Well, I do a lot of conspiracy theory stuff, so.
ooh,
Oh.
we're gonna have to have a talk about conspiracy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to
theories.
Tony Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that book about aliens over UFOs over California in your office.
Oh yeah.
You're into UFOs.
Oh yeah.
Me
Totally.
too. Let's talk.
God, my son.
Let's talk. Let's do a whole new show about that.
Well, we can do a show because Tony's always here. We can do a show about UFOs.
Okay, cool.
Like when my phone rang the other night. Shut up.
Yeah,
Like,
go away,
Jesus.
segment producer.
Well, so my phone rings the other night. And it was my 4-year-old son Wyatt calling, going, "Mom,
The
there's
missile?
there's something in the sky. There's something in the sky."
What's
It's like,
funny
"Oh my
is-
god,
I'm so
oh
bummed
my
I
god."
missed that.
It was not a missile though. It was not.
It was a missile. I
They
thought.
say it was a missile, but it was not a missile. No missile looks like that. But I feel it was man-made. I just don't think it was a missile,
Yeah, what did they say? It was a missile they were doing testing.
missile
It
testing.
burned
A
out over
Titan
San
missile.
Francisco.
which is a nuclear missile. It
A
just
Titan
wasn't
missile that
active.
wasn't armed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still have the airspace closed for the next month, apparently, around
Yeah.
those same areas in front of LAX and up and down the coast.
Didn't
It's
you hear
closed,
about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they closed the airspace. They had to change LAX travel patterns because of
I'll
it.
send you the link. I have the link available that I'll send you.
I
just-
live right there.
I just think it's weird. Yeah.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
it is weird.
Just don't say that. Like, they had to change the travel patterns
Yeah.
of all the airplanes
Yeah.
for the next month.
It's like when there's Santa Ana winds and the planes have to land and take off the opposite direction.
Yeah, but they're not doing that. They're all taking off to the ocean. I saw them this morning. They were taking off to the ocean. I
then
love watching
maybe-
them as I sit on
Yeah.
the toilet in the morning. Swear to God.
With your easy GoPro.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll send you the link. Tell us what you think, and then we'll talk about it on our next show.
Oh, that's another conspiracy theory. It's a Titan missile. I've seen them a million times growing up and living in the beach.
Well,
by
what
the
do you
beach.
think it was?
Did you see?
I've
were
seen
they-
them a
did they look
million
like that?
times. I didn't see this one,
You didn't.
but
see
I
the-
have seen them in the
girl?
past.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
It
have
looked
seen
like
them in
a
the
comet,
past.
like
It did
breaking
look like
the
a comet,
atmosphere,
yeah. Let's see
but
if I
it
can
wasn't.
What if it was a comet
But it
breaking the
wasn't.
atmosphere? Why wouldn't they say it's a comet breaking
Right.
the atmosphere?
They should have just said that
I
and
mean,
shut everybody
Jesus.
up. All right, that makes sense.
You know, but they somebody wanted to be like, you know, look. Okay, you want to get a little serious?
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck is happening to the world? I'm gonna get really serious right now. We have blacks fighting and whites. I mean, our whole country is like in this racial shit that we have not been in for many years. I don't feel as though
Because
it's
we
been
always
this
said,
bad.
oh, racism doesn't exist anymore, but it has always existed and never really went away. And so it's bubbling up to a head again because it was just kind of pushed down and swept under the rug.
Yes, look at how beautiful that is, Tony. Do you have that
Oh,
up
there
on
it is.
on
That's-
screen?
I'm gonna put it up right now.
That looks like
God,
some
I wish
Aurora
I had seen
Borealis
that.
Situation.
Oh, let me move this to the. But yeah, that's
Tony, what do you think that was?
I think he was probably if it wasn't well,
Wyatt
it
was
a
walking
UFO.
his dog inside.
Yes,
If
it
it-
was technically a
UFO unexplained, but that's the thing is I don't think it was just
bitchin'.
a missile. I don't think it was a missile.
It's cool looking though.
Yeah.
That's
huh?
bitchin'.
I wish I saw it. in
Yeah, a
real
lot of people
time.
are scared. I mean, that stuff doesn't scare me at all. They've
Well,
been-
Wyatt called mommy.
Oh, did he?
Mom, I just saw something in the sky. And
Come
I
help
said,
me.
honey, I'm unloading the dishwasher. And I'm going, you what? You know, and I'm kind of trying to like look out the window and see if I see anything. And then, and I said, honey, I think it's going to be okay. He goes, you
Like,
know?
okay, what did you take and how many? I'll talk you through this.
And apparently they saw it in San Francisco also.
Yeah, that's where it burned out. Was right after San Francisco,
Yeah.
so I read.
Well, don't we want to be testing things like that, though?
Yes, but why along the coastline?
Where else would you do
In the
it,
middle
John?
of the fucking ocean, where there's not
Well, it has
airports
to come.
lining
It has to come off of an Air Force base.
or
or a base
Oh, it
somewhere,
could come
right?
off of a ship.
A ship, yeah.
Oh, it came from a submarine.
Yeah,
a
and-
submarine?
Yeah,
Submarines
submarine.
normally do launch those too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, this a lot of this said it was the beginning of World War III between China, Russia, which I don't think that is, but yeah, they were like, yeah, it's
Well, here, guys,
pretty
this is
crazy.
the good news. Here's the good news.
It's crazy.
Is if there was a war between China, Russia, and who else? Us. Well, that was my point. Is we'd be right in the middle, so it would be all right. I mean, everything would just be flying over our heads. It's like, right? Aren't we just an earshot away from Korea? Come on. Seriously, you really think that? We were talking about this the other night, where I said the plane over Pennsylvania was shot down for the 9/11,
Yeah.
and that there was, and you guys said that there was no plane that went into the
Right.
Pentagon, but I believe there was a big giant hole in the Pentagon, so I'm not sure. Anyway, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that right on air.
No, but I do know for a fact that the planes were shot down over Pennsylvania.
Yes.
That I do know. Well, yeah, actually, somebody told me that. What? They weren't shot down? And we just made the guys on board look like heroes? Oh, the UFOs.
Oh my God,
sorry,
there's so
sorry.
much to know.
Tony,
This is-
Tony's going to tell us
Yeah,
that UFOs shot
I'm
the
gonna get
planes
sucked
down.
into this.
No, actually, I interviewed a woman last week. Her name is Rebecca Roth. She was a flight attendant for 30 years, and she said when she started, she thought that what the government told us was true for a long time until she started realizing the protocol that the flight attendants that were on the planes completely did not follow any protocol at all. And then she started doing her own research and found out that a lot of the people, the passengers that were on the planes, were actually worked for a lot of government
Yes,
agencies.
yes.
And they were either related or they worked for the same agencies. And
Like most of the past, like in
one
odd amounts.
and one apparently was I think is Daniel Lewin or something. Lewin. He was a trained assassin that was on the plane. That they said, how would a guy that was 6'3" get overtaken by a guy that was 5'8" with a box cutter? And
Well, we don't know any of that for sure, so it's all
it's
all supposition or whatever. it's
from
called.
her research and studies, and there's a lot of things. They said like one of the
There's no video of what happened
No,
on the
no.
plane, so nobody
No.
will ever really know what
but
happened
I
on
have
the
to
plane.
say that was one of my biggest shows. And yeah, I mean, there's
That's
Sure,
really
because all those
interesting.
people that were thumbs down in John's show and
Right.
Miriam's show and my show are listening to your
Yeah.
conspiracy theory show going, thumbs up,
I
yeah.
gotta say, conspiracy theorists and conspiracies in general get such a bad rap because just because one thing is labeled as the truth, then any other explanation is a conspiracy. Even if they're not even that crazy, all of a sudden you're this crazy conspiracy theorist when you're really just, there's some holes in this story. Maybe there's another answer. Maybe there's another explanation or some more details that go into this that we don't know about. But no, you're a crazy conspiracist.
Well, I think that it's all supposition. I mean, they made the movie about it, right? I mean, I really, I
Flight 93.
truly believe what I believe, and I know nothing. I know nothing other than someone who was in the government told me that they were shot down. My dad was in the Air Force, and the protocol is to shoot the frickin'
shoot it
planes
down
down.
before
You're
they-
going to shoot them
which
down.
doesn't make sense to me. Was how did they even get close to the Pentagon?
No, I'm not talking
But
about the Pentagon. I'm
just
talking
saying,
about
I know, but-
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They were only 3,000 feet in the air.
And
Plus,
there-
but
but
They took off from
but they
Reagan
were
International.
They said the coroner at the local said there was no bodies, there was no luggage, there were no plane parts at all.
Yeah, there was no plane. There were no
when
parts.
he left the field, he goes, that's the weirdest thing. He goes, there's nothing.
Plus,
there was nothing.
every fighter plane was off running drills.
No, I'm talking about fighter planes over Pennsylvania.
I know, but they scrambled all the fighter planes in like the whole U.S. apparently,
yeah.
so that nothing.
Well,
none
you
of
have
them
to
could
remember that
respond to
supposedly
this.
the plane that hit the Pentagon was the one that took off from Reagan International, which is 3 miles away from the Pentagon. Right, so it went up and it turned around and came back down. Basically,
Right.
it didn't have time for altitude
with incredible
or anything.
precision.
Well, that I don't know because I never heard that.
That
so,
hole was
so
the
I don't
size
know.
of this
So-
room,
So I,
and it
I
was
don't
apparently
know.
like a 757. That,
Yeah, they said the hole was 75 feet long and the plane wings are 175 feet long.
Okay, so
With no
somebody
wing
just threw a
wreckage.
bomb in the Pentagon and blew up
Missile.
the Pentagon.
The one video they released shows a little white streak hitting the Pentagon.
Well, maybe they
If they slow-
so
there's, like,
maybe
one
they blew
frame.
the frickin' plane up
And that was the one that had just been
with a
redone.
special missile called
Yeah.
the Titan super
It
missile.
could have been. Right.
The Titan
It's-
super
yeah.
missile.
There's so much. I mean, it's a whole. It could be a whole show, a 2 hour,
Fascinating.
3 hour
It-
show.
It is. It's fascinating to
it's
talk
fascinating.
about. It is because just because we're given information, people, I want you to know this. Don't necessarily believe it, and that goes for school too. We learned a whole lot of things about history and the beginnings of America when we were in elementary school.
That aren't true.
That the second you get into high school or college, they literally tell you to forget because it's not true.
So they tell you to forget that Abraham Lincoln was shot in the back of the head by John Wilkes Booth.
Sensitive topic. You a big Abe fan?
No.
I'm talking more like
Just-
our relationship
that's all I
with the Native
remember.
Americans.
That's all I remember.
They don't tell you that we like poisoned all the Native Americans with smallpox blankets and basically did like a mass genocide. No, we broke bread and had the first Thanksgiving with them, and then Pocahontas was there, and then Sacagawea helped Lewis and Clark.
It's not
It's
true.
all a bunch of bullshit, Wendy.
I didn't go to college, John.
No, I learned that in elementary school is where I learned that.
No. I know that stuff. I didn't know the bad stuff. Like that didn't
didn't?
really
Oh my
happen.
God, the bad stuff happened.
No,
yeah.
because
we were
I
bad in the
literally-
beginning.
okay.
We were bad. We're
Are
still
you
bad.
you're looking at me like I'm supposed to be smart?
Wendy,
Okay.
you are smart.
I
You
had
may not have been
the
formally
last
higher
math class
educated.
I had was 10th grade,
All
basic
you
math.
need.
10th
All
grade
you
basic
need.
math. Never had an algebra class. Never had a pre-algebra class in my life. Sorry, clients.
I've
I'm
never
running your
used it
spreadsheet
anyway.
But
tomorrow.
genius marketer, that's all that matters.
But most people my age, a lot of people don't have higher education. We just don't.
No, you're right.
In whoever's my age, we did not go to college.
And education has just changed so much anyway. It's so much more intense now in the younger years, in the formative years. And speaking to my mother, who's 63, she doesn't remember shit from high school and what like. She remembers her stuff from her later years.
Did your mom go to college? Did she get a
Yeah, she went to
degree?
college, and then
I never did that. I never did any of that.
And then she went to become a therapist, and I think
Yeah.
she was, she's a big history buff, and then like psychology, and that's basically
Yeah.
all her brain. All her brain wanted to retain was
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because there's only so much capacity, and then
Yeah.
you push the stuff out that you don't need.
Well, I've struggled in my life thinking that I should have went to college, but I did go to college. I went to the college of the world, and
That's
I
fine.
probably know how to do things I actually know how to do things where people who get out of school think they know how to do things, but then they get out of school and they go,
No, our society.
where am I?
I definitely learned more after college than I learned
There's
in
people that
college.
went to Harvard that make $32,000 a year
Yeah.
and work in a cubicle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We put way too much emphasis on credentials. It's about your own talent.
Well, for the University of Phoenix now, I saw on a commercial, is actually giving you credit towards your work experience. So
Oh,
if you wanted
wow.
to get a master's, because I often said, like, why would I go back to school and start to take all of these rudimentary
Right.
classes that I have to take when I could be teaching these marketing classes or teaching these, creative
Why
classes.
waste your time learning on something you're not going to use or
Well-
don't want to necessarily?
But at the end of the day, a lot of people look at you and say, well, wait a minute, you don't have a degree, even if the degree was 30 years ago. So what does it matter? You don't have a degree. You can't, I could lie. I could say, they lost the file digitally or whatever.
Right? You could.
Why wouldn't I say that?
Oh, they did a big digital turnover and they lost all the files
Many have
from a
done
year.
that.
Yeah.
I had this friend that no, this French wasn't a friend, but she was suing me for like unemployment because I hired her as a 1099 independent contractor with a signed agreement, and then we had to go to like mediation for unemployment because she was and she goes in there. She's a doctor. She has a PhD in business, and she goes in. She actually wins. Okay, this is state of fucking California. Thank you. She wins the thing in mediation, and she goes in and she's Persian American, and she says. And the guy says, I said, so did you not say that you did this, and this on LinkedIn as when you were working with me? Because one of the beefs was that she couldn't, she had to be able to work for other people at the same time as working with me, right? And I had proof that she did that. And she looked at the arbitrator guy, right? And she goes, are you crazy? It's LinkedIn. I can say whatever I want on LinkedIn. I can be the president of the United States if I want to on LinkedIn. And he said, are you telling me that you lied on LinkedIn? And she said, of course. Why wouldn't I lie on LinkedIn? Why not? Like that. And she won. She won. I had to pay.
The justice
She
system
won.
it doesn't always award the right party.
So I went back. I went home. I went on LinkedIn and I said, I'm this.
Exactly. That's why LinkedIn now is just like ignore.
It's all a bunch of shit.
Ignore.
We only have 2 minutes, but John, when when we come back, there's something that I do want to like focus on in one show, and that is the over. I don't know if your generation feels it or not, but I know that I do. It feels like I have to spend so much time on social media to be relevant anymore that it's almost it creates anxiety and doubt, really.
Absolutely. FOMO, fear of missing out is new. I mean, it's popularized, but it's real. And especially you, somebody who's promoting products, you feel that pressure to be out there. Do I buy the Facebook advertising? How many tweets a day do I do? How many blogs do I do? Blah, 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 blah.
And like I told you, I bought 12
press releases.
And I only use 3.
Yeah, so you have 9.
And I have 9 press releases to use in the next, before December. I checked the date, before December 12th.
Luckily, the shorter the press releases are, the better.
It together? Like
each press release.
Like, do we have time to do 9?
Yes,
I have 9.
You just do it every week, and like I told you, we'll do like the sort of insider marketing viral campaign where they kind of think it's joke, but it's real because we're gonna make it funny and colorful, and it's just gonna be easy GoPro, easy GoPro, easy GoPro.
Really?
Are we wrapping it up? Segment
We'll be able to do that. Can we split like half and half? Like we'll do half Living Unfiltered and half Easy Go Pro.
You bought them, whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want.
You're
with
marketing
them,
on
right?
PR.
I was thinking about reselling them to Tony for UBN. I mean, I have 9. I have 9 that are already paid for. They're like 300 and something bucks a piece.
I
or
worked
something.
for years on PR Newswire, not on them, not
Oh,
with
you
them,
did?
but I had an account with them because I was sending out press releases all the time. And a lot of them just fly into the atmosphere and do nothing.
Well, my first one that I did, I have to say, got picked up by hundreds and hundreds of outlets. Nothing happened, but it did get picked up.
Outlets? And a lot of those are aggregating outlets, and you think, oh my God, that's so great. And so I would take it to my clients. I'd be like, look, you just got, mentioned, picked up on 60 different outlets. And it's like, okay, well, where's Wall Street Journal? Where's the HuffPost?
Yeah.
Where's the
exactly.
ones that actually
Right.
matter? So that's
Right.
why we'll figure out something creative.
We have to do that in a hurry
new
before
and
another
edgy.
week goes by.
Yeah. Before the
Because I keep
deadline's
saying
over.
that since last year, but I do have 9, if
Okay.
not 10. If not 10.
If not 10.
Because I think you gave me 13 for the price of 12.
Well, why don't we just do a big billboard of you on Sunset like
I was
Angeline
thinking
as well?
about it. That would be fun. The new John, hamming it up with John and Wendy.
With just a big question mark behind us.
Hamming it up with John and Wendy. That could be a good one. Anyway, Tony, I think it's the time. We have
Is
to
it
close the
that
show.
time? Okay,
Aw,
okay.
man.
You tell me when.
It's always so fun. Wendy, I love
So this
you.
is the Hamming It Up with John show because
John and Wendy.
with John and Wendy, because John is now going to be my co-host every week.
Well, Wendy and John, because you're the main
Wendy and
host.
John. It doesn't. I don't give a fuck. I'm
And
sorry, Mom.
by the way, we're Peter Pan characters, in case that
But I know. But I've been
adds
a Peter
anything to
Pan
it.
character all my life, and I don't really want to be one anymore. My brother's name is Peter. You know what I'm saying? Can we just like move away from the Peter Pan?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Unless you really want to be.
I'll just be the dude.
You'll be the dude?
I'll be the dude.
Okay, the dizzy dude.
The dizzy dude. I mean, I don't know what that means.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
We got, we're 3 minutes over, and Tony is getting a little aggravated with me.
Thank you, Tony. And thank you, Wendy, for having me.
Thank you, John.
I love doing this. This is so much fun.
Okay, so next week we'll be a little more focused, or next time. Next time
Yes.
is in 2 weeks, and we'll be a little bit more focused.
I
and
promise you
we'll
guys
talk
we will be
about some
focused.
more serious subjects, but this was fun tonight. And Tony, thank you always for being here with us.
Thank you. That was good. I
We're
loved it.
the last
Good,
show of the
me
night.
too.
And welcome aboard, John.
Thank you. I'm thrilled. I'm stoked.
We need some of your assets, by the way. We do. We need assets to show you on the. We have to create a create a new cover.
I know you did say that sexually. I was like, are you
like,
trying to tell me to
assets.
stand up and do a spin? Oh, assets. Got it. No, yeah,
Yes,
we'll get
assets.
some good visuals out
All
there.
right. So everybody, thank you for listening. John, you want to close the show?
Sure. This is Living Unfiltered with Wendy and the Dude. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Well, it's time to wrap up another great hour of Living Unfiltered here at ubnradio.com. We'd love to hear from you. So if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss, or you want to be a guest on our show, you can reach us at livingunfiltered@gmail.com. And since we're right here in the heart of Hollywood at Sunset Gower Studios, that's like saying, have your people call my people.